Sorry for the delay. Okay. Oh, crap, I forgot. Okay. Almost forgot to put in the camera. Okay. Okay, we're ready. Just about ready. Let me get my little fan ready. Let's just get this inserted right from the get-go, just so that we're not encountering any overheating or the like. Not that I expect that to happen on stream, but also, real quick, I'm just gonna also just check, make sure there's nothing on here I need. No, this. Oh wait, did I back up the Astro Megazord footage? I think what I'll do is I'll just switch cards. Okay. He's obsessed with Hello Kitty. I don't want my friend seeing this because he's obsessed with Hello Kitty and Gundam. Oh boy. Hey, you should, no, you should let him know. More viewers, the better. Okay, I just need to deactivate him. Okay, I could just go through and, I can always just go through and replace, thing if we need to. Let me just get some footage of the kitty spinning. Shut up, phone. Alright, I'm gonna let people know gone live. Bye. Bye. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. That's enough. All right. My mic got tangled. Okay. All right. Switch the music. Perfect. All right. God, this box is so light. All right. Finally. Sorry for the slight delay. I'm also doing my laundry this morning, so have to make sure that is all well and dealt with. Anyhow, hey, yo, welcome to the Uncle Show. Today it's going to be a two-parter because this is a very simple kit. We've got a Transformers figure later. Hi, Shuffy. Hi, KG Master. Hey, Shai. Today, we're looking at the Hello Kitty Gundam. So, yeah, this is a weird thing. I'm just getting my chat live up on my phone. This is kind of a weird thing. This was a set, well, if I remember correctly, Hello Kitty and Gundam kind of came out the same year. And so they kind of decided for 1 year, let's do like an anniversary, like a shared birthday kind of thing. So we're going to look at the set they released for it. So this was, I should note, this was part of the big sponsorship package I got from JP Fans. I ordered this because it was a lot cheaper to get it straight from Japan. And I have a video talking about JP Fans coming out, so I'll go more into that later, especially about JP Fans. Anyhow, and yes, there was a miniseries, beautifully animated too. Anyhow, let's open this up real quick. We got the box, looking nice, and I did take a peek inside, and there was something that tickled me right away. Okay, manual, Gundam bits, more bits, more bits, but you guys got to see this. I'm going to zoom out for this. So all the parts are separated by runner, and the Hello Kitty parts, this is already the greatest model kit ever. Just that. What more do you need? Okay. All right. So we shall use this as our. Oh, did I? I shall use this as my parts correcting tray. There's no Omegamon figure. I think there is a model kit actually of Omnimon for figure rise, but it's the sometimes what Bandai does is they do what are called like amplified figures, where it's kind of like a slightly edgier version. They do it for Yu-Gi-Oh! They actually look kind of cool. So maybe I'll take a look at that someday. Okay, I want to make sure there's no kind of dead zones when it comes to filming. Also, let us switch on over to 1080p so that my camera is not cooking its guts. You know, it's a shame there's no, that's almost display as a runner design alone. Yeah, no, I want a Hello Kitty crossover with Dead Space. Wasn't there like some kind of, I know there was a crossover between Hello Kitty and, what's it called? Junji Ito stuff. And naturally the jokes about the stinkiest person you know, was gonna get it. The stankiest girl you know was gonna get it. And it's like, I know someone who's really into Hello Kitty and Gundam, and Junji Ito, so, and I can tell you right now, they stink, so yep, it is accurate. This way, anyhow, I decided to do this kit, one, just because I really wanted to do it. It looks like a good bit of fun. And secondly, this looks like a really simple kit. I know it's an SD model kit, which if I'm not mistaken, tend to be on the simpler sides. I know there are more complex ones, but as a general rule, they tend to be a little bit more simplified. They're chibi Gundams. I mean, look at this. Look at the bow. Oh, almost forgot. We need our polycaps. All right. Got all the bags out. Now then, runner. Put her over here. Sorry for the horrible squeak. All right. A. Where's B? B for bow. This is gonna. I hope this can go in. Oh yeah, yep, it can. We got the rest of the Hello Kitty accessories. I'll put those towards the end. We got C, D. I'm gonna have to give it a little bit more space. Another C. So what they're doing is they're reusing letters for which part is which. So that actually makes a lot of sense. And see, only problem is, and then it's kind of funny. It looks like Hello Kitty is gonna be like the most complicated, the more complicated of the build. Right then. And then I'm gonna get chat up and running. Hello Kitty is collab with so many things. If it exists, Hello Kitty is collab. Say, this is like a fresh air from previous kits. Yeah, that's another thing. I've been making a lot of really complicated kits. Like that Wing Gundam, ooh, it kicked my ass. So I wanted to do something a little easier. All right, what should we make first? The Gundam or the Gundam or Kitty? Let's make Kitty. Let's make Kitty just because we gotta use these runners, guys. Okay, so let's get our nippers. Okay, so we need A5. We're just. Ooh, so. Oh, wow. That just came. Well, that came off. So I did notice on the box it did say, you know, you don't need to use tools, which fair enough. But I'm still going to be using tools, I think, for a lot of these. All right. You guys can see A-okay. I got an idea. Let me try bring up the camera higher. Also switching over to autofocus. And then there we go. Oh, that's good. Now I think you guys can see everything. Apply the more flush. Yeah, I'll grab some Q-tips when we get there. It's collab with so many figures. So yeah, like I said, I mean, there's different Metabots. Oh, a Metabots collab would also be kind of cool. Okay, so Hello Kitty. These are, I believe, Hello Kitty's buttons. Okay, so which pick goes where? That bit. Hello Kitty's buttons. Button, who's got the button? Okay, next. Gotta get Hello Kitty shoes. Yeah, wow, they really aren't expecting you to use tools for this. So, which I guess makes sense. I imagine, I imagine for a lot of this, this is probably less so aimed at, you know, hardcore Gundam fans and more so aimed at like Hello Kitty fans or like, you know, this is kind of one of those things that like would be in the background of some like early 2010s anime reviewer that was like hosted on That Guy with the Glasses. Wrong foot. And of course we can shave these up. Shave these. Cover it all. You've been doing something else. I'm working on something difficult. Clean inch, 12-inch bounty hunter from High on Life. Once again, man, I love the fact that you make these crazy advanced like action figures. They're genuinely like I think Hot Toys hire this man. How does the feet go? Oh, like that. Oh, shoot. I think. Hold on. Oh, I imagine what it's going to be is that, like, it's going to be locked in later with the this bit. So just gotta connect the body in like so, and then that's how we get Hello Kitty. And then we need A12. Oh, the little tail. Oh, little tail. Wonka button reference. God, good old Wonka chocolates. This is gonna sound completely weird or out of nowhere. They're actually, speaking of Wonka candy, do you guys remember Wonka Zoids? No relation to, you know, the cool mech toys that Takara made. I'm talking about, like, there were these, like, those kind of like LCD games you'd get with like Kitty's nose, hollowed out Kitty's skull. Yeah, they were kind of like these kind of crappy, those kind of like not that good LCD games that you get in like Happy Meals, but they'd put them. Oh, I see. These are the whiskers and the eyes. Oh, that's an interesting way of doing it. How does it go in though? Like that. Like that. For a model kit, for like what's clearly a very, very simplified model kit, this is actually some pretty clever engineering. I made a cloud stand for the Monkey King I made, including the light up. Dude, nice. Painting an 8. Painting a high grade dye line set. Nice. I'm actually gonna go. I'm actually going to a collectible shop later before I go to work because they have the real grade. They have the real grade RX-78, and I kind of want to get that. I don't know. I really love the RX-78 as a design, and I know it's like, you know, the Billy basic design, but it's like I still really like it. Okay, and then Kitty's bow goes in there. I'll shave down some of these nubs later. Okay. So next we need a 20. I am still using my nippers for some of this just because some of these look a lot easier to, you know, ping out than others. So I had one, wish I kept it. Yeah. 2.0. They have, well, actually they had both, but I'm gonna go for the 2.0 version. I was kind of put off of the 2.0 version at first. I just thought like the detailing was, you know, a little bit much. It's like, I want something that looks like the anime, but I kind of have but the more I kind of looked at the engineering and the kind of how it works, and also now that I've experienced like a real grade, the real grade sort of Wing Zero, and I was really impressed with that. I actually kind of want to see now how the RX-78 works, because also it has the core fighter, and I know the core fighter is like one of those things where like we're never truly gonna get like a really good version of the core fighter, but it's one of those things where it's like I'm intrigued. So, okay, we got Hello Kitty's silly little nubs. This is the right hand, right? Yes. 2.0 is infinitely better. Yeah, and of course, that's the other thing also. Chofi and I actually were talking in Discord a while back, and we were discussing the early RG kits, and the early RG kits have a lot of problems, so it's probably best for me if I do want to get a Gundam, you know, RX-78, I should go with like the later ones when they're actually good. And they give you a display base. They give you a display base of an apple. Apple bottom jeans, roots with the fur. And there we go, little apple. Hello Kitty can hold it. And there you go. A little Hello Kitty. So funny. What articulation does she have? She's got a ball jointed head, you know, a little bit of 360. Can't look around too much, but then again, that's the head. Legs can move forward into a sitting position. She can kick. No ankle pivots. And then she can butterfly. She can butterfly a little bit. And there is a wrist swivel. It's the most amount of articulation you can get. I don't think anyone's looking at a Hello Kitty figure expecting a ton of articulation. Do you know what I mean? It's Hello Kitty. Like, what would a super highly articulated Hello Kitty look like? Actually, I imagine Nendoroid could do it. And we got our base, a little apple base. Oh, that is cute. Someone made a good point. There's this, one of my favorite videos online is this guy with this Japanese old man with like the world's biggest Hello Kitty collection. And he talks about what's great about Hello Kitty is Hello Kitty's face, because it's blank, you know, it kind of matches up the mood of whatever the owner feels. When the guy's happy, Kitty looks happy. When the guy's sad, Kitty looks sad. Perfect, great Hello Kitty. Okay, let's get these bits out. I think these are for the, I was about to say combined mode, but that, well, which technically is accurate. Kitty. Real quick, before I forget, are there any stickers? No! No stickers. All right, so next, we got to assemble the Gundam. I don't know, with what Star Rail did to Pom Pom recently, I can see anything with articulation now. All right, so we're gonna need a lot more parts for this one. Do I need a C? No, I'm gonna put this to the side along with the other Hello Kitty parts. So we need B. Here we are. So this has to be a pre-existing mold, right? There's no way that, you know. Let's see the stickers. I know you said like get a cotton swab, but let's see how. Let's see. I think these stickers are honestly big enough that they might not pose too much of an issue, but I could be wrong. Let's get the eyes on. My grammar sucks or not. Putting a Hello Kitty head on a custom Someone... Have you guys ever seen those bootleg Homer Simpson figures from like, I think they're Mexico? They're from Mexico. There are these like really funny Mexican bootleg Homer Simpson figures where they just make him, where they just put him on all sorts of like famous cartoon character bodies. Like there's Ultraman Homer, there's, which I think actually did pop up in this show. Oh, actually, thinking about it, there's a there was a like an Astro Boy Homer, Flintstones Homer. Kind of applied this sticker a little wrong, but yeah, it'll be fine. This is not exactly like the type of model kit where it's like, yeah, no, I love those. Those are, I kind of love like whenever you can find bootlegs that are a little unique like that. Another common one are the the Rastafarian Pikachus. Is that you get in. You find in like places like Jamaica. It says no like knives required, but there's some stray sprues, so I kind of want a cleaner connection, so. That's better. All right, next. Oh, it's one of these stickers. Where the fuck are my Gundam markers? Where? Where did I put my Gundam markers? Okay, hold up. Oh, hold up. Be right back. Sorry, I just hate those kind of like fold up stickers, and it feels so pointless, especially when you have, you know, a perfectly good. Why not just put a red piece in? Hold on. And a great Hello Kitty. not going to be the cleanest, but sorry, I hate those folding stickers so much. We got some paper towels too, or something to just quickly wipe it. Okay. So happen when I'm multitasking at 2 a.m. at night, and that is also why I wanted to stream a little bit early for you, my friend, because I like hearing your about your crazy projects. Actually, okay, that's a lot better. Where'd I put the cap? That's where I put the cap. Oh shit. All right. I can always add more paint on it too. So, although, just gonna apply a little bit of spray on alcohol so that I can wipe out the excess. Did not think I'd be, painting a Hello Kitty, painting this kit, but I just hate those fold 'em up stickers so much. I'm gonna have to repaint some of this, but that's okay. Oh, I'm not a prof. I'm not a professional painter. SD kit moment. Yeah. There's actually a really good video online about, I remember seeing about why you shouldn't use Gundam markers as a substitute for actual paint. It's a very helpful video, but I will say I think I am kind of breaking that guy's advice here. But hey, when this does dry, it's gonna look rather nice. Let me get those. And the nice thing is that what I like about Gundam markers is that it's easy to kind of just, you can use your fingernail to kind of just scrape the excess paint off really easily. There we go. I actually like the look of that more too. It kind of makes it look a lot more kind of shiny and metallic. So, is that cope? Probably, but I don't care. Let's not put it in just yet though. There's still... You know what's funny? This probably will be a lot easier with a cotton swab. But as Shofi said, oh well, I'm a silly fool. Okay, and let's... That's enough. If we're gonna spend all day if we keep focusing on this. Also, I nudged my camera. That is not good. Let's let it dry, and then I can use some more of this on it. So, let's let it dry out a little bit first. Then it'll be a little bit easier to deal with. Okay. All right. Next, we need C2. That's you. And we're going to need this bit too. So, there's going to be a lot of stickers here too. These ones actually have some molded detail in them. So, unfortunately, these ones I probably do need to use. I'm less upset with the stickers in SD kits, because SD kits they're supposed to be a little bit less expensive, aren't they? So it kind of makes sense that to use stickers for a lot more of these, just because they're not supposed to be like these super highly detail kind of things. They're meant to be more so some like nice, affordable kind of novelties. Though that being said, there are some SD Gundams that go into some pretty crazy territory. The freaking what's it called? There's this one I really want to get. It's like the Victory Dai Shogun or whatever. It looks so nuts. It like transforms and does all sorts of stuff. It is a little bit nutty. Not the biggest fan of them having stickers for the grill windows. I think this is something where having some separate pieces would have worked a little bit better. Not the worst, but it is, a thing. Okay, so we're gonna integrate the polycats here. All right, and then we need some more bits. Okay, we need this big egg thing. Okay, that'll be a ball joint. And then we need this bit here. Bah! Okay, and we also need more stickers. Camera, wake up. Camera died. I saw. Wake up. There we go. Sorry about that. Again, I kind of feel like these could have been integrated parts. I know they're trying to keep the cost down, but I do think for collectible, you know, some more painted parts would be much appreciated, especially because we got a red runner. All right, next we got these little gold bits. We got a gold bit there. And this bit really doesn't want to go on right. Uh-oh. And a sticker just fell off. Cool. So far, I think Hello Kitty was the better build. My Shadow Demon Cat, did you make sure to lower the res? Yeah, the res is already pretty low. For some reason, chat isn't updating. That's weird. Hold on. Yeah, let me, and then, yeah, these stickers don't want to kind of attach. That's a worry. Might have to end up painting this a lot more than I expected. Okay, but we got it on. Let's check this out. Is this just about, let me give one little scrubbings too. go. Still looks nice. Okay. Never was quite a fan of these kind of like weird fold them up instructions that Bandai sometimes use. Click. Okay, next we are making some arms. So we need PCB and PCA. A7. A7 and A8. Then A8 and A9. Predates a lot of the Harry Potter stuff. Detective's name is Lovecraft. Interesting. Okay, we need 2 Fs. And then we need A11 and 2 D3s. Okay. Speaking of like weird kind of Harry Potter predecessors, have you guys ever seen the first Troll movie? Because the main character's name in that movie is straight up Harry Potter. And when back in the day, there was there was that whole hubbub about, about like what were the inspirations behind Harry Potter? Ooh, mostly because there was this one really shitty kids book around that time called like Ra and the Muggles or something, and the same writer also made a book called Larry Potter and his best friend Lily, and people thought, oh, and she was like, oh, Harry Potter ripped me off. And of course, no, it was nothing of the sort. But it was like a talking point. Did I forget a piece? Yes, I did. Wait a minute, real quick. Oh. It's actually kind of a shame. Okay. Talk about that more later. Okay, arms are complete. Let's do defeat. Yeah. No, it's kind of interesting looking at like the early days of Harry Potter, especially because there were people, like you got a lot of the, like the fundamentalist types who considered like Harry Potter the devil. In fact, which, in hindsight, that's which nowadays that's basically been completely forgotten for good reason. But one kind of funny thing but there was a book that came out around that time of like all all the controversies, called, and I kid you not, Harry Potter and Pokemon: A Fatal Attraction. I always love those, like, I'm always fascinated by, I'm gonna clean my hands a little bit. There's like Gundam marker paint on them. I heard Pokemon beating the devil, but not Harry Potter. Right, Sheik, Shaik, you're in Israel, so you probably heard about, like, there were like people in like some neighboring countries going like, oh, Pokemon are the devil. Oh, so like in some of the neighboring countries, so that actually makes sense. But yeah, no, there were some people back in the day where they were concerned about, like, just because Harry Potter having all sorts of like occult stuff going on. There were people who were like kind of freaking out about it, and in hindsight, you know, of course, it died down quickly, and you know, nowadays there's a whole other thing the people are talking about with Harry Potter, but we're not going to get into that. But yeah, no, it was just a it was a thing. It was silly, but it was there. Okay, we're gonna attach the stickers. Which ones do we need? 9 and 10. And the Doom controversy of having satanic stuff even though you're killing the demons. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I did hear they wanted it banned, or did it ban. I believe in Saudi Arabia, Pokemon was banned, or definitely the cards were banned. In fact, I think Saudi Arabia, I think some Muslim, some like the Middle East, like Muslim countries, they ban Pokemon. Although weirdly, a lot of the bans were more so due to gambling, like with both the Pokemon cards and also the in-game casinos, and that's why we don't have the game corner anymore in the Pokemon games, which I fucking hate that. I really hate that. I love the game corner in the old Pokemon games. Porygon says the demons. Yeah, yeah, it did feel like that. Actually, if you guys want yourself a little bit of like a laugh, and also, it's one of those. There's a commercial I love for Doom. It was for the Atari Jaguar port, which is, oof, if you know your video game console history, that's that's an interesting little thing. But essentially, God, these stickers are a pain. I hate the fold them up types. Essentially, they were what it was. It was like a black preacher, talking about like monsters coming out of from hell and fire and brimstone, and intercut with Doom footage, and you have to like talk about how you have to shoot them right in their beady little eyes. It's a really cool commercial, and it's and apparently some people complained about it at the time because that was the peak of the Doom controversy. But you look at the commercial, it's clearly again anti-demon, and also it's just a cool commercial. Like most of the Jaguar commercials sucked, but that was like one of the good ones. It was a really cool commercial. Well, it had atmosphere. It actually fits really well with Doom. It was well shot. The concept was funny. It didn't rely because if you guys don't know, the Atari Jaguar, it was a failed video game system by Atari. The big thing about it was like, it's the first ever 64-bit system, which is debatable, but it was kind of infamous for having absurdly awful commercials. Like most of them were terrible and had like this really the awful tagline of "Do the math," and it just never took off. There are a lot of videos online talking about it. And most of the commercials were awful, like very, you gotta cut it short. Good luck. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hey. Okay, we almost got Gundam. Yeah, so. Okay, we got the beam rifle. Weird. This one's got a round peg, but square hole. See? That does look really cute, though. And then we need the shield. And I'm going to, again, complain. Why not just have separate pieces? Because really, you had to make the stickers for, you couldn't do like the shield as like a separate piece. You had to do stickers. The original Gundam got that right in 1979. Come on, man. Thank God I paid. Time for a sponsor plug. Thank God I used JP Thans. Otherwise, I would have paid like $50 for this on eBay, which that is so. Oh yeah, I like this kit so far, but this is not a $50 kit. This is, 20 at most. Yeah, I would have just done separate. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Have old stuff or only new stuff? Okay, later KG Master. Oh wait, I already said goodbye. My bad. So the way JP Fans works, it's a proxy shipping service. They ship basically anywhere in the world, from what I can tell, and what they do is they allow you to purchase and ship stuff from a lot of Japanese websites like Mercari or Yahoo Auctions, that kind of thing, and ship it to where you are in the world. I put my affiliate link in the description of the stream, and they are a sponsor, and and also real quick, you using that affiliate link helps my channel out. So think about it like that. You will have to account though for shipping costs. Shipping is not cheap, unfortunately, but you get, as a general rule, you can find like a lot of items for a lot cheaper. I'm making a video soon. So anyhow, here we are, the Gundam. So you can find old and new. So yeah, that's a little chibi Gundam. So we got ball jointed head, we got full rotation of the arms, a little bit of butterfly because ball joint. We got a popping out arm, although the ball joint can rotate a little bit. So you can actually get some peephole action. That's cool. Ball jointed wrist. We got a little bit of a flexy torso, and of course it can swivel. No knees. I ain't got no knees. That's a bit of a bummer, but toes can move. So yeah, cute. That is a cute little Gundam. But now, it's time to combine. So, we are going to, for this combination sequence, we gotta decapitate Kitty, the Gundam, and the backpack. Question, can we? Yes. Yes. Do you have annoying ads on their site? It's not, from what I experienced, no. No, not really, so you're good. But yeah, I recommend, so far, yeah, I had a good experience there. I'm going to dive more into them soon. I'm working on a video talking about them, as well as things I think they could improve on. Yeah. Because they're kind of a newish company. And so as a result, there's a lot of aspects that, growing pains. This is a big ass helmet too. My God. Okay, let's get the pieces that we took out earlier. Okay, so we did a separate red piece for a helmet. Why didn't we do that earlier? We get the bow back. No, actually, it says to put in the bow first and then the thing. So this is an adapter for the. This is an adapter for the hat. And then this bit goes in to kind of connect them. Kind of a shame they didn't make these beam sabers. Okay, and then we click in Kitty's head, press in the hat, and that's just marvelous. Main complaints I've seen with JPNs is uneducated people not mathing. I'd hate to tell you, but yeah. I'll dive more into later, but now, oh, that is a good, that does look really fun. That's cute. Ball joint, okay, I have a slight complaint. While the head can tilt around, you gotta kind of account for shoulder size. Oh, good, she has built-in shrugging action. So that gives a little bit more room. But that's really funny. That's cute. I really like that. And that's just marvelous too. One complaint. Lost opportunity here. I wish this had holes at the back so that the Gundam could wear the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can we? Kind of. He can hold the backpack. There you go. That's wonderful. That's so silly. And that's a good word for it. Silly, but delightfully silly. Oh. Oh. Cool. I definitely think I'll try some of the other Gundam SD stuff later. You know what? Okay. These are pretty cool. Come on, that's delightful. Again, I'm sure this is a reworking of like a different model kit from somewhere. I have no idea. But it's overall works. It's really charming, and it is a silly little delight. Yeah, I'll review this sometime. It's so silly. I gotta love it. Now then, let's move all this out of the way because we still got a little bit of time, and this is a two-part stream. So we'll move Kitty aside for now, along with all my gear. Ow. Yeah. I think what JP Fan's kind of done is that for a lot of people kind of haven't used the proxy service before. So for a lot of them, it's there's a lot of people are kind of expecting something like Temu, you know what I mean, or Temu, but you know, you shouldn't expect like Temu. It's a proxy shipping service. They don't make their money that way. Okay. Also because JP Fan, from what I can also tell, JP Fans gets more of their money through like the shipping. So that does mean while you know their processing fees are a lot cheaper compared to something where like Bai. What was that really awful one I used? K Friday. Okay. I think I have to keep these. I need to get into keeping my runners more. Shouldn't that's why expecting to pay pennies. Yeah. Okay. 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 I'll be right back. I'm just gonna put my laundry on to dry, and then we'll move on to our next subject matter. Ooh, because we got something really cool. And I'm also gonna switch to 4K resolution. So, be right back. Where's my BRB screen? Did I keep this thing up the whole time? The stream starting soon banner? Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Okay. Also, it's on the wrong layer. Why is my webcam? Oh, there it is. I can't win, can I? Oh, whatever. Whatever. I'm just gonna go and... All right, I am back. Oh, I'll explain it for you. A proxy shipping service is basically like, it's basically a service that's kind of more so ships. It kind of acts as a second party to sort of buy something for you in another country and then ship it over to you. So, if you use JP Fans, for instance, what you would be doing is you'd put the link of something you want them to buy for you. They'd buy it, and then they'd ship it over to you. Oh. All right. So, let's have a look. Aha, and here we are. Lighting doesn't look quite right. I'm gonna move my lights in a bit, give them a little bit more. There we go. All right, so this right here is Thrilling 30 Springer. So I'm gonna have to switch to manual focus for this one. Also, I should delete some footage. Don't need that. Don't need that. It's for something with region block, or if you just want to find some deals on like. Did I use these? Oh wait, I did. I think I did use these. So, but yeah, like not region blocking or you know, just in general, if you need if you want to try and get something that's a little bit cheaper, because sometimes, you know, the prices in Japan are a little more affordable compared to when you like get them in your country where, you know, they're after they've been imported and sort of dealt with. That kind of thing. So what do you... Oh. So let me give you like an experience. I use a proxy shipping service to get a copy of Raiden, because if I try to get Raiden, G1 Raiden in America, he'd be like insanely expensive. So getting him from a proxy shipping service meanwhile was a lot less expensive. So yay. Okay. Hello. Here we are. We got Springus himself. Yeah, if it all sounds good, use my affiliate link and you can set up an account. Just again, remember, it's not like Temu or AliExpress. It's a proxy shipping service. All right, so Thrillin 30 Springer. This figure was sold to me by Fallen Starlight, who is friend of the channel, and he sold it to me for a really good price. I've seen these things go for quite a bit of money, and I've always wanted to try out this figure, and I am very grateful. So, to kind of explain, Thrilling 30 was a weird era for Transformers. It was kind of the era before the Prime Wars. So it was back when like the IDW designs were kind of the big thing for the Generation style figures. But also was during a lot of budget cuts. So a lot of the figures during this kind of era, they kind of had a lot more cuts to them than normal, unfortunately. But Springer is kind of not only the exception, but also a really, really, let me put it like this. To this day, this is considered the best Springer figure. There have been other ones, but this is kind of the one that's still considered like legendary status. And we'll see why later. I'm also going to do some, I'm going to do a quick look. I'm going to do an articulation test right now just because before, we start getting into overheating territory. So, we got a little bit of a, is that ball jointed? No, I don't think it is ball jointed, but you can, move it around. He can nod. He can do that. He can motorboat himself. So that is pretty nice. Arms move up like that. A little bit of smell my armpits action. Full rotation at the shoulder. You can adjust these little shoulder armors. There is rotation at the bicep. Ratcheted elbow that goes up to 90. Wish it went a little bit more, but that's okay. And you got a little bit of hinge at the wrist as well as a swivel. We got a waist rotation, which is actually pretty nutty for the time. At this time, a lot of Thrilling 30 figures did not have waist rotation. So the fact that this guy has it is pretty nice. Big spread. Rotation at the knee. That is ratchet jointed again. Oof, that is a good sounding ratchet. There is rotation at the thigh. And there isn't ankle pivots. This is before ankle pivots really took off. But there is toe pivot and heel pivot, and you can kind of adjust it around. So you can make it so that he's standing up pretty well. So yeah. Okay, I just wanted to get the articulation test out of the way, because a quick reminder, I do these streams and I use footage from them for reviews. So, and I also want to do a comparison. Where's the idiot? There he is. Like, okay, so I really can't illustrate enough just how good this Springer looks in comparison. And I really like the IDW designs, actually, because it kind of feels like they embrace the much more anime side of Transformers while still feeling like Transformers. There's none of that serial box body that a lot of Transformers tend to have. It's a lot more angular, but also more natural. Backpack, also very nice and organized. I also really like how these things look here. And you can also reduce them if you don't like them. But I kind of like them like that. He looks very striking. Also, you do have light piping. We talk about die-cast metal being... we talk about die-cast construction being a lost art, but die-cast metal is also one of those things. Light piping sometimes feels like a lost art with Transformer toys. Okay, flashlight. Let me get my flashlight. Can we? There we go. But yeah, so with light piping, you just shine it on down. There you go, and you can see you got a little bit of light in the eyes. I should show. Actually, if you can, I can kind of get under my lights. You can see it a little better too. So, but still very nice. And let's look at some other gimmicks. Or no, I'll wait on the gimmicks actually. But again, I think this is. I know that like everyone's like, oh, I want G1, pure G1, but like, I think they really should just go with this version of Springer, because for comparison, when you kind of bring in, you know, the Generation Springer, it does look a little bit stiff and kind of awkward looking in comparison. You know, this is like anime protagonist, and this is dorky sidekick. You know. Oh, and also like just a lot more organized too, especially with the backpack. Oh no! And of course there's also a ton of other problems with this figure. And the funny thing is, they actually slimmed down this figure compared to the animation model. So yeah. There's just something about this design. I really hope that like we kind of get something along these lines of like much more anime-esque Transformers, as compared to, you know, just bloody J1. Yeah. All right. Let's get some of the accessories also, and then we'll do some transformation. So, accessories wise, we got his sword. Pretty solid sword. Or gets the job done. Whoosh, whoosh. Can we get a two-handed sword pose in? Yes, kind of, sort of, not particularly. Actually, hold on. Let's get it. Oh yeah, no. We can, kind of. We can kind of get one. Hey, I'll take kind of. No. You totally could. Then, let me get the other one. Then there's the weapon I really love. I love this thing. This stupid gun. So, this gun is, well, it's something you don't really get on Transformers toys anymore. We got a missile gimmick. And I love this thing. Let me get a target. Let's get, you know what? I can't shoot at Hello Kitty. You. Dork. You. Let's get you. Oh. So the way this gun works is you got two missiles and you just push this in like so. Are we in focus? Oh, we're overheating. Let's do this quick. So, pew, pew. There you go. Nice. I do love also when you reload the gun, like this thing pushes back a little. Like lock and load, you just do that. That's a really cool gun. I'm sorry. Yeah, working toy missiles. We're overheating a bit. Tell you what, we're gonna turn this off and we're just gonna chill and chat for a little bit. We still got some time. I do want to transform this bad boy. Okay. But yeah, so that is Springer. And I gotta say also, this figure feels really good in the hand. Like, everything just kind of feels very tight. Like, a lot of Thrilling 30 figures are kind of dated and feel kind of, they get kind of loose and jangly and the plastic feels really fragile. Not this guy. I mean, you got a little bit of wobbly river dance action, but it still feels remarkably high quality. I like his giant CE sticker there too. Thank you again, Fallen Starlight, for selling me this bad boy. Just look at him. Very cool. Again, I think they should base more figures of Springer on this version. Just because Springer in G1 is kind of a nothing character. Or like, if you go back and watch the G1 movie or show, Springer does basically nothing. I don't remember. People joke that he's a Han Solo ripoff, but like, that would imply he had any personality to begin with. He's kind of a nothing character. Or I'd say, but you know, in the comics, he's a member of the Wreckers. He's doing cool stuff there. So I'd say, yeah, maybe we should drop his G1 form and focus more on this. This is nice. Oh, also, random, but on Friday's stream, or Friday's video rather, I'm doing a little bit of a giveaway, so you should definitely tune into that, because that's gonna be really cool. Well, and I'm gonna be shipping anywhere in the world, so keep that in mind. God, listen to those ratchets. Can you believe this is Voyager? This was a Voyager class figure. It's so good. Actually, I did have the chance to talk to one of the former toy designers at Hasbro during like the 2000s. He was a designer on like Cybertron, the movies, and Animated. He talked about how back then, the main two size classes Hasbro were kind of focused on were Voyager and Deluxe. Leader was actually not considered that important of a size class. That was kind of more so for like the gimmicky stuff. And you can kind of tell, because I think for Thrilling 30, there was only Jetfire really, wasn't there? Jetfire, no. And during Combiner Wars, the only leaders there were that weird Ultra Magnus figure and that not that good Megatron figure. And Titan's Return started. No, I was gonna say Titan's Return shifted things a little bit, but even during Titan's Return, there were kind of just like weird novelties. The only one that was kind of a little more, you took a little bit more seriously, was Power Master Prime. Everything else was Voyager. Although Power of the Primes did try to make the leaders a lot more important that time around. Best tank mode. No, that's the thing. Combiner Wars Megatron, that tank mode is fantastic, but they completely sacrificed the robot mode for it. And I was doing like the whole budget cuts thing. I don't think Leader started to really become more of a focus until Siege. And even then, a lot of Siege figures, a lot of Siege leaders are just upscaled Voyagers. Like, like, I love that Shockwave, I love that Astra Train, but they are still Voyager figures at heart. You know what I mean? What were some of the other leader figures in Siege? Now I'm trying to remember. Because Megatron was a Voyager, Octopus was a Voyager. Let's find out. Hold on. TF Wiki Siege Toys. Leader class. Let me look here. Oh yeah, there was the Ultra Magnus. He was a kind of a big lad, and of course he was like a figure in a figure. So yeah, that makes sense. Shockwave, he was a scaled up thing, and Galaxy Upgrade Prime. Oh yeah, that kind of weird, like Cybertron Optimus Prime, and that one was still kind of retooled from Ultra Magnus, anyways. What about for yeah, Earthrise had that double dealer figure that people were kind of mixed on. I kind of liked it, but it is a weird figure. And also that Optimus Prime, that still kind of an upscale Voyager. Let's be honest. Kingdom, Beast Wars Megatron, yeah, that's a leader. That's a leader. That less good Ultra Magnus and the Galvatron. I know some people are torn on that Galvatron. I still think it's kind of like a little more justified of the leader. Studio Series, actually. Wait, I forgot. There were also the Studio Series had some leaders that were like actual freaking leaders. You know, we had that giant Grimlock figure. I have that thing. That's still cool. And they're doing an even bigger one now for Titan size, which I get, but God, it's expensive. It's way too much. And there was also the Blackout. That Blackout's fantastic, by the way. Okay. I think we've Chit chat enough. I think it's time to transform this guy. Our first Optimus was a Voyager, and Kingdom was a Voyager. Yeah, because they got rid of the trailer. It's always because of that frickin' trailer. Okay. Okay. You move aside. Okay. So, do I remember... Alright. Do I remember at all how to do this transformation? Let's find out. So, I do remember you gotta flick these down. We are recording, right? Yes. And then you get the fists in there. Are these in the right way, or do I have to rotate them on the side? Rotate them like this, maybe? No, I think I did. I think I did have it right. Okay. And then I think we... oh, there's the landing gips. Landing gear strip. And then we have to thread his head through here, and that is kind of a pain to do. How did I do it? Hold on. Shall we get the instructions? So I don't look like a silly fool. All right, got the instructions, and now, okay, yep, we get those in, and then, yeah, that's right. This is kind of a weird system, but what you do is you get these in. You get these out, and then what you do is rotate this around like so. And is there something over here? And you gotta really rotate it around. Is there something I'm missing here? Let me make sure these can connect in A-OK. Something is not quite right in here. We'll take a look later. Okay, we bring those down. Yeah, this head is, his head's stuck. Oh, there we go. Fixed, somehow. I think I do have to bring the head down. Oh, and there it goes. So you do have to bring the head down, but that works too. Click. Okay. Bring the head down there. There. And then we bring this forward. Then the feet, we extend outward like this, get it all out of the way. Clip these in. Is there something I'm missing? Oh, we don't actually connect the feet up. Interesting. And then we rotate these around. Yeah, now I do kind of remember the helicopter is a little bit funky looking. And then we can bring these up and connect them into here. And we bring up the knees for the helicopter mode. And they'll just connect in like that. I do remember this helicopter mode is a little goofy looking. Although I feel like I could... Hold on. My camera's almost overheating, so I'm going to see what I'm doing wrong here. That's it. Found it. Okay, now I'll turn it back on. Found it. I just needed to, you need to rotate it all the way. There's like a little thing you have to rotate out a little bit more. Okay, there's that. And next, we take the sword and we can extend that out and there, flick this up and there we go. Oh. And I think we rotate that down a little and now, helicopter, helicopter. I'm also gonna bring the land gear in because also you can connect the gun inside, which is pretty cool, but it's weird. You kind of have to, the way it connects is super weird. You kind of gotta slide it in, and it's really bizarre. And the manual does not do a good job of illustrating how exactly it goes in. So. And like there's like some little rails. You connect it inward and it kind of doesn't work. It doesn't want to work, which is a shame because it would look really nice, but yeah, it's kind of a pain to do. Yeah. Regardless, helicopter. It's a silly little helicopter. Looks really nice. It's very clearly like not the best helicopter in the world, but unlike the 86 Springer, it actually was fun to do. So yay, and we're overheating again. We're almost done, so no worries there. I'll pause for a bit. While we're waiting, let's talk about Transformers some more. I know I got plenty of other Transformers I want to do, but I gotta say, there's just been not a lot of interesting looking Transformer toys that have been coming out recently that are new. The only one I'm really I'm really only interested in is freaking Leo Kaiser, honestly. And I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on him. Where is he? Sorry, I'm just, it's my work. It's my work, so I just had to message real quick. But yeah, there hasn't been a lot recently, other than the 86, the new Bumblebee, and the Leo Kaiser. I mean, there is stuff coming out that looks cool. I want to finish Bruticus. I do kind of want Leech Maximo just to finish the primes. Unfortunately, that means I'll have to get Nexus Prime too. I'm waiting for him to go on clearance and end up in Ross or something, because $42 for Nexus Prime, fuck off. Like, actually fuck off for that thing. That's another thing too. The price increases. My God. Deluxes aren't as bad, but Voyager and Leaders, ugh. You really start to look critically at what you get, you know. Oh. And I know that model kits aren't exactly the cheapest either, but, you know, I do think being able to build them yourself does provide, like, a very rewarding experience. And unfortunately, that kind of, like, you know, it's also pricey. It's kind of hurt some of my passion for Transformers. Although, you know, not fully. I need to look at a lot of the other ones. That's it, really. I got plenty. I got plenty I can look at. And I wanted to look at Springer because Springer is, you know, this thing is such a fantastic figure. Like Helicopter was fun. We have not gotten to the best part yet. I'm just gonna get the sword out because it can be kind of a pain to get. Because you get a lot more. I don't know. I've started to find like model kits a lot more fulfilling in a weird way. This is kind of a shame. I love Transformers, but they gotta get their shit together. Okay, so the final form, the car. And this one, I don't think I need the manual for because you gotta see this. The way you do the car is actually really cool. So, we're gonna put this up here for now and detach this, yep. Bring it back down. Bring the legs back up. Fold these back around. And then, in a very clever move, you fold the wheels around like this. And that's just so satisfying. Dang it. And then we bring the wheels forward a lot more. I think there. And what else we do? We bring these up, rotate this inward. And something else we gotta do, I think. Yes. You bring up the windshield, and then I think I actually jumped the gun on this. I think what we do is bring this around, and then bring that in. Yeah, I love this car mode so much. And just this whole process feels really nice too. Like as soon as I got this from Starlight, God, I'm sorry. I should be narrating over the transformation and going like, oh, you do this, you do that. No, I'm sorry. I love how this works. Okay, just flick these down. Flip this inward. Make sure this bit is a little more aligned because, there we go. Just have to get it all in there. I think there is a way to kind of rotate these in a little bit more. But yeah, card. It's a really nice car mode. Let me look at the manual actually. Nope, actually, does not look like it. Yeah, fair enough. But I think there might be a way though to kind of click it in more. Oh no, it's fine. But anyhow, car mode. I love this car mode. Like, Springer car mode. The thing is, Springer car modes are normally a little bit dog shit. Let's be honest. Because the helicopter, it just looks like the helicopter. This actually feels like its own unique vehicle. You know, it feels really nice, rolls really nice. Look at this thing. That is so cool. And did you see how seamless it was to turn it from car to, from helicopter to car? That's another reason I love this thing. All the triple changing modes are really easy to go from one by one. I love that. Fucking 86 Springer is such a nightmare to transform in comparison. So here's this guy. It's just so much easier, so much more fun. Oh, dude. So good. Love this thing. I'm definitely gonna make a review of this thing. I have no idea when that review will come out, but this thing is just fantastic. What time is it? Oh, 10:40. I think it's time to wrap up a little bit. Sorry for such a short stream. I've been I wasn't sure about my schedule this week. I might stream tomorrow because I do have something big I kind of want to finish, and or I want to at least get started on, and I got something, and I just was waiting on the right time, shall we say. And I was waiting for when I hit 6,500 subscribers, which honestly, by next week, I think I'm actually gonna hit. So real quick, thank you. Oh, Mega, hey man, how's it going? It's been a while. You just caught me wrapping up. So what we get, everyone, this is Omega Jaeger. He's a friend of the channel. I've been on his kind of podcast before. I bet my dick off. And he does live streams. And he's done some voice acting for me. So good to see you. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I was just wrapping up. I do a lot of toy streams now, and just wrapping up. In case you were wondering, the two things I was messing with today were this Thrilling 30 Springer, and what was the other one? Now I remember. Let me finish transforming him. I'm one of those guys who's just like, oh, I can't leave him half transformed. I gotta get him all the way. Okay, he's done. God, this figure's so good. Anyhow, and also the SDEX Gundam Hello Kitty crossover, where you can turn Hello Kitty into Gundam, essentially. Very silly figure set, but really fun. Hello Kitty Gundam. So, yep, it was a lot of fun, and some of the stickers are a little bit, aren't sticking for this guy. Let me, ugh. God, well, yeah, this was a real thing, really funny, and, yep, it was a fun stream. I'm gonna wrap this up because, looks like a samurai pizza cat. It does a bit, actually. You know what? Before we go, let's. I'll show you the combined form again. So we take off the hat, the backpack. We take off the crest. We take off the crest, and then what we do is we put the bow in. We put on the crest over it. And then we do have to adjust this a little bit. We gotta put this piece on and attach this new backpack. And then we can just pop on Kitty's head, pop on her battle helmet, and there we go. Hello Kitty Gundam. Look at it. Sorry for my camera, but Hello Kitty Gundam. What a silly but lovely thing. I have one other little complaint. And same for this. I kind of wish the vents were filled in with black, but it's still rather nice. Good little figure. Got this from my sponsor, JP Fans. So very nice. Anyhow, I'm gonna stop for now. I might stream tomorrow. It's a bit up in the air right now, like I said, but we'll see. And yeah, we'll take a look, have some fun. Thank you all for joining me. Have a wonderful day. See y'all later. Bye-bye. That is not the right thing. There we go.